How much did GSG9 make? GSG9 are the closest to a Tier 1 unit the Federal Police gets. They're experts in hostage rescue and counter-terrorism, perhaps most loved for their feature in Rainbow Six Siege, although you wouldn't want to be on the wrong side of them in real life. GSG9 stands for Grenzschutzgruppe 9, which is actually the former name of the unit. However, the abbreviation GSG9 was so infamous that they kept the acronym, and are now known as GSG9, der Bundespolizei, or GSG9 for short. As the name suggests, they are part of Bundespolizei, the German Federal Police. In order to join, you must be younger than 34, possess a Class B driver's license, and have already served a minimum of 2 years service in the Bundespolizei. You can have served this term in another German police force, however you are far more likely to get in if you served in the Federal Police. If you meet all of these requirements, then you'll partake in the, oh god, please help me with this one, Eignungsauswahlverfahren, which is the name of the selection process known as EAV, which will last 5 days. God, I need some Duolingo lessons. Some of the more notable tests involved in this selection process are the altitude test, an unsecured high altitude course, a shooting test with a pistol or MP5, sports and athletics tests including pull-ups, bench presses, and a 12-minute 3K minimum endurance run, and much more. If you pass the EAV, then you will begin training, which consists of 2 parts. Basic and more specialized training, each part taking 4.5 months. Basic training consists of military drills, weapons handling with the Glock 17 MP5 and G36C, and tactics such as house-to-house combat. The highlight of basic training is Härtewoche, or Hardness Week. This puts everything you have learnt into practice with little sleep or rest, weeding out the weaker recruits before wasting resources on them in specialist training. Specialist training focuses a lot on hostage scenarios, such as kidnappings in aircraft, ships, public transport, or large buildings. However, you will also improve on the skills you learnt during basic training. This will culminate with a 2-week examination. If you successfully complete all of this, then congratulations, you are in and shall receive your GSG9 badge as well as choose a unit you would like to serve in. However, the training doesn't stop there. You will choose something to specialize in, such as marksmanship, tactical diving, parachuting, or something else. This will take a further year of training. Nevertheless, you are still part of the team and will partake in standard assignments. After 2 more years of service, you have the opportunity to specialize in something else. Part of this extra training takes place with other counter-terrorism units such as the GIGN from France and the FBI SWAT. I have videos on both if you want to check them out after this. So now on to pay. Yeah, I think you know where this one's going if you're a fan of the channel. They too don't earn any more in base salary than a regular member of Bundespolizei. Base salary is determined by rank. There are 3 main categories for pay in Bundespolizei and is therefore the same for GSG9. These categories are middle, higher, and senior service. Within these services, there are separate ranks. All of this determines your pay. For example, middle service ranges from a low pay grade of A7 for Polizeimeister or constable, which translates to a pay of €2,614 to €3,298 a month, to the highest pay grade of A9 for Polizeihauptmeister mit Amtszulage, with a salary of €2,985 to €3,867. This is the same starting salary for higher service at the rank of Polizeikommissar. However, higher service goes up to a pay grade of A13 at the rank of Erster Polizeihauptkommissar, or Chief Inspector, ranging from a pay of €4,592 to €5,904 a month. This is also the same starting salary as the senior service, the bigwigs, the men really in charge at the rank of Polizeirat, or Superintendent. This then goes up to a whole separate pay table, Table B, at the position of Präsident des Bundespolizeipräsidiums, or the President of the Federal Police, with a salary of €12,425 a month. Not bad. On top of these base salaries, you will also have bonuses and allowances. Although GSG9 don't get a higher base salary than ordinary federal police officers, they do get €500 extra in hazard allowance. Like other Bundespolizei, they will receive numerous other types of bonuses, such as family allowance, hardship allowance for work carried out of normal working hours, of which you will be doing a lot of, payment for working abroad, and performance bonuses. So with all of these in mind, you could be adding on over €1,000 a month to your base salary. As is standard with these types of videos, I'd like to apologize to all German speakers for butchering their language. Here's a very mini compilation of me failing to speak German. Eignungsauswahlverfahren.